This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, the rain impacts many spring games, but we have highlights of many league contests. In baseball, we'll have Rodriguez taking on Vacaville, Wood Creek battling Oakmont, and Pleasant Grove facing Elk Grove.
Boys volleyball has Laguna Creek facing Monterey Trail. Plus, we check back in with Tristan Castro, the Vanden baseball player battling cancer. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Brownstein. Many baseball and softball games impacted by the rain this week. A lot of games being postponed, but these athletes and teams are sticking it out. So we start tonight in Vacaville, where there was a game played. The Bulldogs opening up league play against Rodriguez.
Vacaville with a very tough preseason schedule entering the week with a 2-4 record. Jaden Oldwin has yet to give up a run this season. The Mustangs' Michael Bowles leading Rodriguez with 6 RBI. Game 1 of the 3-game series to open up MEL play on Monday. The Monticello Empire League opener on Monday, Rodriguez and Vacaville in Game 1. The Mustangs with a big first inning, Kyle Sandner, the leadoff hitter, blasts a ball to right center. It splits the fielders, and Sandner has himself a lead-off triple. Landon Trout, great name to have in baseball, waits on this off-speed pitch, and he dribbles the ball to second. The fielder's choice plates Sandner, and it is 1-0 Rodriguez. The Mustangs aren't done. Caden Wild barrels up this ball, and it's going to roll a while. This is the second triple of the inning for the Mustangs. They would score twice more in the inning, so it is a 3-run lead for Rod. Bottom of the second. Runner on first for Tyler Chalk, and it's a base hit to left. That allows Drew Lamon to get to third. Chalk with the stand-up double. 2 runners in scoring position for the 9-hole hitter, Drew Carrington, a short fly ball to center. Jace Parkinson almost comes up with the grab. The 2-out jump gives Lamon and Chalk time to score 3-2 Rodriguez. The Mustangs grab a couple more runs in the top of the 4th. Aaron Strong blasts the ball to left center. This will be the Mustangs' 3rd triple of the game. It plates Connor Burchard. After the inning, the Mustangs lead is back to 3. Bottom of the 5th, the Bulldogs grab a triple of their own coming off the bat of Luke Johnson. And Luke would later score on a wild pitch. And so, in the top of the 6th, Jaden Oldwin puts the Mustangs away in order, giving his offense 6 more outs to overcome that 2-run deficit. Bottom of the 6th, Benny Dyer up with 1 on. He turns on it, and it is just out of the reach of the right fielder. Brendan Murphy in to score 5-4 Rodriguez. Later on, bases loaded, a double play ball. Trout and Wild try to turn it, but Cal Elvis legs it out, and this game is tied. 2 outs, bases are still jammed. Chalk doesn't try to do much with this outside pitch. It drops just over the infield. That brings in 2, and Vacaville goes on to score 6 in the inning to take the 9-5 lead. Oldwin now just needs 3 more outs, and he gets them in order, striking out the batter for the final out of the game. He throws 6 innings, giving up just 3 hits and 2 runs as Vacaville celebrates the comeback win.
Out to Wheatland we go in 12 Bridges High School, where the new school takes on Wheatland from down the road a bit. Top of the 1st, Wheatland threatening early, and on ball 4 to AJ Fast, the pitch gets away and allows Joshua Rivera to come in to score, and the Pirates lead 1-0. 2 on, 2 out, same inning. Brandon Dorn smokes the pitch down the line. Jamison Barnes of TB sucks it up like a Hoover vacuum cleaner and makes a throw to first in time. That saves the run from scoring. Bottom 2, runners on the corners for Braden Wooster, who smacks the pitch to right. Logan Conley comes in to tie the game. Let me woo, woo, woo. Cruises into second with a double. It's a tie game. Next batter is Logan Sanders, and the Sandman singles to center, just gets down. Scoring from third is Diego Castro, and just like that, the Rhinos lead it 2-1. 3rd inning, Rhinos looking for more runs. Wooster with the fly down the line and right, but Wheatland's Connor Ekman makes a nice running catch to end the inning. Bottom 4 now, Sanders on 3rd. Brendan Willis goes up the middle with the pitch. Wheatland tries to get Sanders at home. They can't, and the Rhinos lead it 3-1. More trouble for the Pirates as sophomore James Romanoff hits a gapper to right center. Connor Wilson and Evan Barrientos come in to score 5-1 Rhinos. Then Barnes goes with the pitch to right field for another hit. Billis comes in to score 6-1 12 Bridges. When Logan Connolly muscles this offering just over the outstretched arms of the fielder for another Rhinos hit, Romanoff comes in to score, and the Rhinos lead at 7-1, part of a 6-run fourth. Here's why. Yeah, they call him the Wooster. Smacks another gap in right center field for a Rhinos hit. Woo with another double on the play. Conley and Barnes trot in to score 9-1 TB. Pirates got a little something going on in the 6th. Single to right by Adrian Villar. Romanoff gets it to Conley, who's in right back to first. Backdoor to third. Barnes is there with the tag, and that would do it. 12 Bridges picks up the first league win in the Pioneer Valley with a 9-1 final. Matt Henry goes 6 strong to get the dub.
Strikeout Breast Cancer Day at Oak Ridge on Saturday. The Trojans hosting Ponderosa. Pondo in the pink jerseys. Anna Niles drives one out to left to score Grace Lanouette, and it's 1-0 Pondo. Chase Mueller tossing for the Bruins. Carly Short sends a fly ball to right. A tough play, but Molly McFarland comes flying in. Good golly, Miss Molly. The sophomore keeps it a 1-run game. Oak Ridge threatening in the 2nd, though. Sam Alekman hits one up the middle. Everyone is safe. Nice heads-up base running by Brooklyn Parator to tie the game at 1. How about some D now? Niles with a hot shot, but Carmen Montez de Oca is the hot corner. Nice grab to end the 3rd. In the home half, Carly Short sends a long fly ball out to right. That scores Jessica Zelani. Short's thrown out at 3rd, trying to stretch it to a triple, but the Trojans have a 2-1 lead. In the 4th, Sam Alekman sends a deep fly ball to center. That's deep enough to score Abby Love from 3rd on the sac fly, and it's 3-1 Trojans. Top 6, Brooklyn Nordquist with a sac bunt. The throw gets away, allowing Bryn Escobar to score, and Nordquist makes it all the way to 3rd. That's significant because she scores on a wild pitch in the next at-bat, and we're all knotted up at 3. To the 7th, Pondo's Tatum Silva scores the go-ahead run on an error, and 3 batters later, freshman Ellie Escobar, if you put the ball in play, good things can happen. Pondo goes up 5-3. Last chance for the Trojans. They have the winning run on 2nd, but Chase Mueller's on the mound, and Chase is on the case. She gets the comebacker and finishes the comeback win. The Bruins win 5-4.
Ian Olsen here bringing you the Sierra Foothill League opener between Del Oro and Whitney. In a back-and-forth opening set, Jake Hayes sets up Cody Hansen for the kill, 8-7 Wildcats. Caden Pankos keeps the next serve alive for the Golden Eagles, and Joseph Garrett goes wide to Alex Kime, who puts it away. Later in the set, a block by Matthew McCool wins the point for Del Oro, tying the score at 11. Garrett controls a Wildcat hit, giving Del Oro a chance to extend its lead, but a quick denial by Tucker Wagner earns Whitney the point. With the set tied at 19, Carson Gore rejects the hit, knocking it to the floor to give Whitney the lead. A dig by Cale Cochran stops a Del Oro hit, and Gore smashes Hayes' back set, extending the Wildcat lead. Seth Wilhelm's hit is met with contact. The ball tight ropes the net before falling out of bounds, keeping Del Oro alive. But Whitney pulled away with balanced offense, including a kill from Hansen to go up 1 set. Second set now, after a dig by Zach Winter, Garrett sets up Kime, who finds the floor, 9-8 Del Oro. Eric Kaschuk responds by stopping a Golden Eagle point, and Gore takes the feed from Hay and puts it down. Whitney used a 15-4 run to take control in the second set. Another connection between Hay and Gore extends the Wildcat lead to 10, and a block by Hansen gives Whitney a 2-set advantage. After Del Oro took an early third set lead, a kill by Hansen ties the score. And the Wildcats continued to gain momentum. Gore showcases a big-time dig, keeping it alive, and finishes the point with another kill. Whitney gains the victory 3-0, a sound start to league play.
Each week this season, Roseville Hyundai brings us the Players of the Week. Our first Player of the Week is Chase Bentley from Granite Bay. The Texas A&M commit threw a complete game, one-hit shutout against a very talented Wood Creek team. Chase struck out 8 in the 2-0 victory.
Our second Hyundai Player of the Week is Chloe Pruis from Wood Creek Softball. Chloe went 4 for 5 at the plate with 4 RBI, a double, and a home run. Chloe Pruis and Chase Bentley, this week's Roseville Hyundai Players of the Week.
SMUD is leading the nation in clean power, so each week SMUD teaches us how we can save energy.
Here's this week's Clean Power City Tip powered by SMUD.
Hi, I'm Riley Trujillo from Intercom High School, and here's this week's Clean Power City Tip. Only run the washing machine when you have a full load. You'll save water, energy, and money. SMUD is leading the nation in clean power. Learn more at cleanpowercity.org.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game is Yuba City and Roseville in baseball, and then we head to the softball diamond for Pioneer in Woodland. This is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Summer's in full swing. Remember, SMUD's peak hours are 5 to 8 p.m. weekdays when electricity use is the highest. Shift some of your electricity usage to mid and off-peak hours when it costs less and renewable energy is plentiful. It's good for your bill, protects the environment, and helps our community too. Let's work together to save energy this summer. Learn more at smud.org/time of day.
Commitment, performance, pride. Roseville Hyundai is thrilled to be the feature sponsor of this week's Sac-Hi Players of the Week. We take great pride in recognizing each of your accomplishments as part of our continued effort to support the community. Come see the electrifying new lineup at Roseville Hyundai. From EVs and hybrids to our fuel cell vehicle Hyundai Nexo, we've got you covered. Claim yours today.
Score that touchdown and run it up again. Score that touchdown and run it up again. And Sac-Niners, we just win. I'm from that field.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio at Levi Stadium with our first SunPower Electric game. Roseville and Yuba City playing a 3-game series in the second week of the Cap Valley Conference play. The Tigers took 2 out of 3 of their series against Antelope last week.
Yuba City also taking 2 of 3 in their opening series against Intercom. Nick Pecoraro was there for Game 1 between Yuba and Roseville in our first SunPower Electric game.
Electric game.
Nick Pecoraro here in Yuba City for a Friday night SunPower Electric game between Roseville and Yuba City. Now this is game 2 of a 3-game set, and Roseville took game 1 on Thursday behind 6 strikeouts from Dylan Schmidt in a complete game win. They also got a home run from Parker Hellickson. They give the ball to Jay Tooker tonight, trying to get the series win before the weekend. Yuba City counters with CJ Hopper, who's making just his 2nd appearance on the mound this season, and Sac State commit Brent Gallegos looks to spark the offense for the Honkers. Hey, speaking of Honkers, that's Yuba City Mayor and Honkers alum Wade Kirchner throwing out the first pitch. He's still hitting the zone. Bottom 1, Brent Gallegos indeed sparking things for Yuba City. He legs out an infield single, and that would be the start of a huge first inning for the Honkers. Bases loaded for Gabe Cheadle, a chopper to third, but it's good enough to plate a run, and it's 1-0 Honkers. 2 batters later, Nathaniel Hurley's hustle makes it a tough play for the Tigers shortstop. Another run comes in, and it's 2-0. Caden Bullock sends a bullet out to left. That plates 2 more. It wasn't raining in Yuba City, but the floodgates were open in the first. Same inning, bases juiced again, and CJ Hopper with the bases clearing double. Beep, beep, honk, honk. 8-0 after 1. Even Yuba City head coach Maury Castaneda wanted into this game. Nice play, coach. You still got it. But Roseville would not lie down. Runners on for Brady Ronaldo. He beats out the infield grounder, and the Tigers get 2 back. But Yuba responds in the next inning as Bullock again comes through with runners on. Bullock drove in a career-high 5 runs on Friday. And CJ Hopper, helping his own cause, he drove in a career-high 4 runs on Friday. And it's 12-2 after 3. Roseville still not going away, though. Ethan LeBlue dumps one into right field to score Lincoln Dottoli, and then Kyle Peterson follows with the sac fly. That scores Jay Tooker, and it's 12-6 after 4. But now we got some defense. Rocco Bastianelli, a spectacular grab in right, takes away extra bases, but Yuba City right fielder Peyton Buttacavoli with a little one-upmanship. Holy moly, Buttacavoli! Full extension, a beautiful catch. And Yuba City wins 13-6 with the rubber match to be played on Monday.
We've been in a team slump recently, but today it really broke out, and I think we really did good today. I think we took a good approach during batting practice, and it worked out pretty well for us.
From our SunPower Electric game, Nick Pecoraro, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
We have the Golden Empire League opener between Pioneer and Woodland Friday afternoon. Brian Mueller here to see it. Top two, 1-0 Wolves. Jaya Beebe in the circle for the Patriots. Gets the K with a runner on. Next batter, Woodland trying to take a base, but Ashley Grubin cuts them off on the base path. Bottom of the second now, Pioneer looking to draw even. This ball hit way up in the air, and when it eventually comes down, Isabella Giroux there with a sliding catch. Later in the inning, Jordan Thorpe hits a grounder to second. The throw gets away. Kylie Cueva comes on down with a tying run to even things up at 1. Pioneer now with the bases loaded. Brianna Parker hits a hot shot to short. There's a play at the plate, but the ball comes loose. Jordan Thorpe and Abril Parker come in to score. It's 3-1. Pioneer fans loving it.
Go Patriots! Yeah.
Bottom three, Pats add another run, but Bella Fernandez makes sure they don't get any more. Bella starts a beautiful double play to get the Wolves out of the inning. It's 5-1 now in the fourth, 2 on for Marissa Bryson. She smokes this down the left field line, just fair. 2 more runs come in. Pioneer takes a 7-1 lead. Then Sofia Hernandez keeps things going, bloops a hit to center. That plates Bryson to make it 8-1. We're still in the fourth. Thorpe strokes this to right, an RBI single to make it 9-1, and the Patriots take the league opener with a run rule win, 11-1 the final.
Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes each week.
Here's Dr. Stephen Weiss with this week's health tip.
ACL tears are serious and common athletic injuries, which typically require surgery and 9 to 12 months of recovery and rehab before returning to sports. ACL tears are 4 to 6 times more common in female athletes. This increased risk is believed to be due to differences in how female athletes run, jump, pivot, and land when compared to male athletes. The most effective way to reduce this risk is through participation in an ACL prevention training program, often offered through many physical therapy facilities. These are shown to reduce the risk of non-contact ACL tears by up to 67% and are most effective when done around the time of your teenage growth spurt.
Coming up, Franklin and Jesuit in Delta League play.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section softball poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
Excellent and quick service.
Employees are so friendly, they ensure that you get what you need.
Tracy Toyota understands that our reputation of trust makes a difference, and our reviews prove. We're with you all the way. Our customers are so happy with their buying experience, they proudly show it online. We even certify our used cars with an included warranty. During the Ready, Set, Go sales event, lease a new 2023 Toyota Camry for $379 a month. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Swung on a drive to deep right field. Isan Diaz has won this game. Johnson near the track, on the track, leaps up, and Bryce Johnson. Right field is looking up. Is Martin, and it is gone. What a blast from Gonzalez.
Franklin taking home the Delta League crown last season. The Wildcats are an extremely talented bunch led by Mississippi State commit Nolan Stevens.
Franklin taking game 1 of the 3-game series with Jesuit. That game going into extras with the Wildcats winning in walk-off fashion. Jesuit's Max Weisner with a big fly in that game. He'll look to lead the Marauders to a win in game 2. The game played in Carmichael on Wednesday.
Hey, we found one of the few dry spots in the section Wednesday. Jesuit taking on Franklin, and it was a good one. Bottom one, how about LSU committed freshman Sammy Kane? First pitch, Oppo Taco double, trying to start a rally for the Marauders, but Franklin starter Nick Abraham spoils it and gets the next two batters on groundouts and were scoreless after one. Jesuit starter Garrett Valdez was sharp on Wednesday too. This is one of his 8 strikeouts on the afternoon. Abraham getting some help from his defense now. Third baseman Dom Giusti taking away possible extra bases at the hot corner. And top 3 now, Derek Pham at the plate. He smokes one out to deep left center for a 1-out double, and the Wildcats are threatening with Mississippi State-bound Nolan Stevens up. A liner off his bat, looks like it'll fall, but center fielder Drew Vassar runs it down to keep it scoreless after 3. Top 4 now, a runner on for Noah Mewks, and he comes through. An RBI single to left scores Dylan Minity, and Franklin leads 1-0. More defense for the Wildcats. Runner on first. Second baseman Jason Harris to Derek Pham to Nolan Stevens. 4-6-3, and Abraham gets out of the 5th. Franklin looking for some insurance in the top of the 7th, and like a good neighbor, D. Pham is there. Derek was hitting just 143, but he goes 3 for 3 on Wednesday and gives the Wildcats a 2-0 lead. Bottom 7, runner on first. Abraham snares the comebacker. Pham turns the pair, a third straight inning with a double play, and Abraham goes the distance with a 2-hitter as Franklin improves to 9-1 on Wednesday.
We come out and we play a brand of baseball that not many other people play, and just keep watching us, and we play hard, we play loud, have a lot of fun out here. I think that's the big difference, is that we have fun. We come out here and we just having fun with our brothers.
Last year, we introduced you to Tristan Castro, a Vanden baseball player who had just begun his fight against cancer.
After a valiant and grueling battle, Tristan is back on the diamond. Brian Mueller checks in on the courageous Vanden senior a year later.
Baseball had been a constant in Tristan Castro's life.
I think it's how long I've been playing, and just like it's what I've been raised on. I've been playing since I could remember.
A sport that also offered an escape.
When you're playing baseball, there's a lot to think about, and so you're not thinking about, oh, I went through this, I went through that. You're thinking about what's happening right now.
But it wasn't long ago that the familiar sounds of the game were replaced with a disconcerting soundtrack.
It was really tough, mentally and physically, having to deal with being diagnosed and having to leave my team. It really it hurt me.
When we met Tristan last spring, he had just been diagnosed with cancer. Doctors found a 2.5-inch tumor behind his right eye that spread to his lymph nodes.
When we got the news at first, I remember breaking down to tears, just all the emotion coming through.
Tristan immediately started chemotherapy. Meanwhile, the Viking baseball team rallied around him, holding a Tristan Castro Day at Vanden. But it was then that the real battle began. A 1.5-month stay in a San Diego hospital, where Tristan had to fight for his life.
We saw him fight, so we knew we had to stand up for him as well. We couldn't be the ones being sad when we saw him fighting. Not really seeing him was very hard for not just me, but our whole family.
Literally the week after he left, that's when things kind of started to decline with Tristan, and just because he was getting both his chemotherapy plus radiation on a daily basis.
The grueling treatments took a toll on Tristan's body. He was too weak to walk and lost his appetite. 150 pounds at diagnosis, Tristan lost nearly 40, more than a quarter of his body weight.
I also don't really remember much that happened, because there was a period of time, 2 weeks I was good, and then the 2.5 weeks that I was left there, it was really hard. My body went through a lot of changes and I couldn't deal with it. A lot of the times I was like, can I even do this?
It was tough. On a daily basis, it was really tough to get through, because you never want to see your child go through anything like that. Just seeing him lay there and not be able to help him.
But Tristan did have help, not only from his family, but his baseball family as well. The team got him through his toughest times, watching the games from his hospital room and FaceTiming with the team after.
I liked watching the games, especially the section game. I was on FaceTime and I was watching, and even though it was sad, it felt good to watch them.
A lot of our success last year was bigger than the game of baseball. When you have a team that has a collective goal and mindset of not only winning a championship, but fighting for your brother, it kind of carried us to where we were last year.
I will always be grateful for Coach Ryan Adams and the Vanden Baseball Club for what they did for our family and Tristan. Coach Ryan, he was there for Tristan big time. Made our journey a lot easier.
Part of that journey came to an end in late May when Tristan rang the bell following his last radiation treatment. Tristan returned home and finished his last chemo treatment in December. Tristan had won.
After Christmas, I said I really did it, and it felt good.
He fought through all the radiation, the chemotherapy, and to be where he is now, he's truly a walking miracle and inspiration to all of us.
Tristan is doing a lot more than walking now. With 1 year left to play high school baseball, he wasted no time getting back on the diamond.
I was kind of like, don't worry about baseball right now. Let's worry about your health. His whole mentality was, I want to get back on the baseball field. Finished chemo December 15th and was back on the baseball field practicing in January.
Which leads us to March 3rd, 2023. Tristan's first game back at Vanden, batting leadoff for the Vikings.
All right, welcome back to number 7. Everybody on your feet. Come on back, Tristan Castro.
Less than a year after being pushed in a wheelchair onto the very same field, Tristan walked in his first at-bat.
Just a lot of emotional thoughts going through my brain. To be back on this field, to be back with the team that I've known for a while now.
It was an incredible feeling. It was a feeling that, that's exactly where he wanted to be. He never lost sight of baseball. Baseball has always been his end game, to be able to go back on the field and be where he was at last year.
Now all those familiar sights and sounds of the game are back for Tristan. A chance to play with his brother one more time and his Vanden family.
He's on the field playing, smiling. It makes me happy knowing that I get to play baseball with him one last time in high school.
Tristan is still working his way back physically, but mentally, he feels a cut above where he used to be.
Mentally, I'm way past what I was. I feel like I've become more and more mature throughout my journey, and I'm very thankful for that.
For a 17-year-old kid to go through that and overcome that, he looks through probably a different lens of life than most 17-year-old kids. He was brought to the challenge and he rose to the top.
Wiser, stronger, battle-tested. Good qualities to have for a sport where you fail more than you succeed. But no matter what challenges await Tristan, after winning a fight for his life, he'll probably feel like a walk in the park. Reporting in Fairfield, Brian Mueller, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Tristan has just finished his physical therapy sessions, and his goal with the Vikings this year is to win a section championship.
Yeah, I think his victory is much bigger than that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very nice to hear. Coming up, the Mattress Firm Perfect Match, Wood Creek taking on Oakmont.
Then it's Elk Grove and Vista del Lago in softball, but first, here is this week's Spirit Corner featuring the Elk Grove cheer team.
Just to blow it in the mall doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't going playing ball, but I show you how to got to do it. If you really want to ball till you fall, when you're back against the wall, and a bunch of need you the whole way. Still doing bad on a new way. Saw you last night, but do it.
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes, when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. We're now offering a $58 2-for-1 special. You'll get a comprehensive AC tune-up and a free furnace safety inspection. High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics, and by SunPower, a proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers. The Sacramento River Cats hosting high school baseball games during the team's preseason. Our Mattress Firm Perfect Match this week features 2 of the top teams in the section battling in a Saturday afternoon game at Sutter Health Park. The Oakmont Vikings are surging this season. Tony Lira can pitch it and hit it. The Arizona commit batting .421 with 5 RBIs in the first 7 games.
Yeah, and on paper, Wood Creek is one of the most talented teams you can put together. The Timberwolves with 6 Division I commits, including Vanderbilt-bound corner infielder Austin Nye. Wood Creek and Oakmont at Sutter Health Park in this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
Wood Creek and Oakmont at Sutter Health Park. This week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match. The Timberwolves waste no time. Top of the first, Connor Barth hits a fly ball to right center, just out of the reach of the center fielder. 2 runners score. It is 2-0 Creek. The Vikings starter, Kurt Martin, ends up striking out the side in the first for 3 of his 5 Ks in 2 innings of work. But the T-Wolves are back at it in the second. John Handy comes up with runners on first and second and blasts a ball to left. That would have been out in most high school fields. Ethan Louie and Mason Ferris score to make it 4-0. Dylan Greene with a great day at the plate, one of his 3 hits on the day here, scoring Handy. Oakmont gets on the board in the bottom of the inning. Bases are loaded when Andrew Reyes grounds a ball to Connor Barth. He goes the short way, scoring Andrew Perry. It's 5-2 Creek after the inning. The Timberwolves with a runner on first. They go for the steal, but catcher Brady Fern guns down the runner at second to end the inning. It remains 5-2 Wood Creek. Santa Clara commit Isaac Hawthorne keeps Oakmont off the board in his 3 innings of work after allowing just those 2 Vikings runs. John Handy turns on this pitch and rips it to left. This is John's second double of the game. That puts 2 in scoring position. Connor Barth would lead the game in RBIs as Connor smokes one through the left side of the infield, scoring Handy and Wyatt Harris. Good day at the plate for the Oregon State commit. Louie gets in on the scoring action as Ethan goes with the pitch, pokes it into right field. 10-2 Creek after the inning. Oakmont Noah Rush with a base knock in the bottom of the 4th. It looks like the Vikings get something cooking as Dom Trujillo follows up the Rush hit with a knock into left center. Noah rounds second, gets to third safely, but Austin Nye nabs the trail runner trying to stretch it into a double. Wood Creek goes on to win it 15-4, 17 hits for the Timberwolves bats. Here's Hawthorne.
The facility here is just amazing, and playing here with the boys is just so fun, and then being on this mound is just top tier facility. I think we got our rhythm back. We're ready to go to Boris.
Out to Folsom Lake College, where the Thundering Herd took on the Eagles of Vista del Lago. Bottom of the first, no score. Vista has 1 on third, and Morgan Sweet looks to have gotten all this one. Warning track power, but EG's Taylor Fitzgerald makes the grab. Charlie Sky tags and scores 1-0 Eagles. Third inning, Brooke Hansen for Elk Grove shoots the pitch down the right field line. That allows Fitzgerald to score from first, and we're tied up at 1. Then Jenna Porto hits the ground ball to right. That scores Henson from third, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Make it 4-1 Herd as Caitlin Maciel unloads on the pitch, puts it to the wall and left. That clears the bases. Lori Moore and Portolo score. EG up 4-1. Bottom half of the third was a good one for the Eagles too. Kai makes it a 1-run game when she singles to center. Olivia Manchester comes in to score. It's 4-3. Not long after that, Michaela Metzinger steps up and punches the pitch through the infield. Fitzgerald comes up throwing, but not going to get Kai as Vista ties it up at 4. Then Vista's Annabella Hess gives the Eagles the lead here with a single to left. That plates Morgan Hayhurst from third, and it's now a 5-4 Vista lead. Vista del Lago adds 2 more runs in the 4th. Metzinger to center. Kai scores another Eagles run, 7-4. And you know it's going your way when a base hit to right turns into an out at first. Olivia Manchester with the outfield assist, and that would do it. Charlize Kai was solid on the hill. The Cornell commit had 10 Ks on the night.
Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning is shining a spotlight on athletes who excel in their sport and give back to their schools.
In this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight, we feature Nate Petz from River City. The soccer and baseball star for the Raiders is a part of the HOSA Club, marching band, and mathletes at River City. Nate is also an announcer at gymnastics matches for his twin sister. Nate Peltz, this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight. Coming up, Oakdale takes on Lodi, and then we have Center and Colfax on the baseball diamond. You are watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way.
Brian Mueller up and at him for an early 10 a.m. first pitch Saturday morning for this one in Oakdale. The Mustangs hosting Lodi. The Flames must be morning people because they look awake from the beginning. Luke Toy rips this down the right field line. That scores Gianni Brasesco. Lodi would get 2 in the inning. Bottom 1, Mustangs now with 2 on, and they'll cut the lead in half when Donovan Johnson scores on the wild pitch. Oakdale now with the bases loaded, and it's another one to the backstop. This time it's Carlo Antonetti plating a run, and we're tied at 2. But here comes Lodi in the second with 2 on. Gavin Mora looking to move the runners over, but the throw is high to first. That allows Braden Stout to score. 3-2 Flames. Same inning, Noah Sylvia chops this one through the left side. Carson Devine is in, and Lodi gets their 2-run lead back. But they're not done in the inning. Austin Milas rips a base hit up the middle. That will score 2, including Sylvia, who does a little toe drag at the plate as he takes a tumble. It's 6-2 Lodi. Meanwhile, Flame starter Matthew Goebel found his form in the second inning, striking out the side for a shutdown inning. Top 4 now, 2 on for Andrew Wright, and he hits this a long way to center. That is down at the wall. 2 runs come in. It's an RBI triple for Wright to make it 8-2. Bottom 4, Oakdale still looking for their first hit. Looks like one here, but not on Brasesco's watch. A diving catch to preserve the no-no. It's 13-3 now in the 7th. Brett Godina now pitching, 1 out away from a combined no-hitter, and that will do it. 4 Flames pitchers combined to hold the Mustangs without a hit. Lodi takes it 13-3.
Colfax travels to Center for a doubleheader on Thursday. Colfax, the home team in Game 1. So the bottom of the first, Jack Erickson hits a blooping ball to right. That one falls, and it scores Dylan Stallions and Gabe Garcia, and the Falcons take the 2-0 lead. Starting pitcher Amari Vieira goes on to strike out the side after allowing just those 2 runs in the inning, but the Falcons are back at it again in the bottom of the second. Stallions gets a hold of this one, back, and that one falls. Stallions slides into third. He would eventually score on the passed ball. The Cougars' Santiago Sandoval grabs a base hit in the top of the third. It's a grounder up the middle for the senior, but Marcus Mader gets out of the inning with the double play. It goes Gabe Garcia to Bradley Nov to Garrett Lewis. Then Stallions steps up to the plate with a runner on first and ropes one down the left field line. Lewis is the lead runner. He heads for third. Dylan gets the stand-up double. He must be calling his agent there. It's 4-0 Colfax in the bottom of the 5th. Braden Leiden this time hits a hard ball down the left field line, scoring Drew Stowers from second. It is 6-0 Colfax. Starting pitcher Marcus Mader goes 5 1/3, 10 strikeouts on the day for Marcus. He would also grab himself an RBI at the plate. Shortstop Santiago Sandoval makes a great play on this ball, but Mader legs out the base hit, scoring Bradley Nov, and Colfax goes on to win it 7-0, eventually taking both games of the doubleheader. The Falcons improve to 4-0 in league play.
Each week we showcase a top recruit from the Sac Joaquin section.
This week's top recruit is the outstanding Central Catholic pitcher, Randy Rolling. Randy is averaging over 2 strikeouts an inning, the senior playing next season at Cal Berkeley.
She is rolling. Coming up, our second SunPower Electric game. The top 2 teams in our poll entering the week, Elk Grove and Pleasant Grove.
Then it's Laguna Creek and Monterey Trail Volleyball. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Tim never leaves his wife's side. But since junk sleep gave him a crick in his neck,
Who's there?
he can't turn his head to see her. Now he's convinced she's left him.
Michelle?
Only our Love Your Mattress guarantee gets you the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it.
You came back.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm.
Two teams from Elk Grove enter the week as our first and second ranked teams. The Elk Grove Thundering Herd holding that #1 spot, Pleasant Grove the #2.
Right, the two Delta League teams meeting in the game 1 of their 3-game series on Monday. Our Mark Willis was there at Elk Grove High School for our second SunPower Electric game.
Electric game.
Well, rain, stay away. With an impressive non-league record, Pleasant Grove heads into the Delta League 6-0. Sophomore Dustin Dogan and senior Zach Borman have carried the pitching load thus far. They will be asked to handle the Elk Grove Bats, led by senior Cy Peterson and junior Toy Taylor, as the Thundering Herd have also jumped to an impressive 6-1 start. The Delta League is going to be a tough one to take, and that's why this is the SunPower Electric game. Elk Grove taking the field one by one as the managers get together for the plate meeting. Big test for both teams. Top of the first, and Pleasant Grove is doing some damage early on. Bases loaded up, 1-0 already. Pitch gets away, and to the backstop it goes. Dylan Abid trots in to score. It's 2-0. Runners on second and third now. Zach Von Miller mashes a solid shot down the third base line, and in the left, Alan Curate Guzman and Ethan Massey come in to score, and the Eagles lead it 4-0. Elk Grove chips away at the lead in the bottom of the first as they pick up 2 runs. Troy Taylor goes up the middle. The play can't be made. Tanner McDonald comes in to score the second run of the inning for the Thundering Herd. After a leadoff triple by Eddie Fines, McDonald steps in and he goes with a pitch to right for another Herd hit. Elk Grove trails by 1. 1 on, 2 out in the fourth, and Elk Grove getting a little sassy with the D as Ned Frucci leaves his feet in foul territory to snag the ball, and that ends the inning. Still a 4-3 ball game. And we roll on to the bottom of the fourth. 1 on for Ethan Groves, who sends a laser beam to right. That gets down, and that's going to send Chase Groves in to score, and the Groves boys tie it up at 4. Ethan Groves on second now for Evan Gentile, who wails on the pitch. To the outfield it goes. Ethan motors his way in to score, and the Thundering Herd lead by 1. And they're not done yet. Ned Frucci can't play some D and come up with the big hits as well. A single to left scores Cy Peterson. 6-4 Herd. In the 6th, Chase Groves lifts a fly ball to right field. The catch is made. Frucci looking to score, and he does. Herd scores 7 unanswered runs and takes the first game 7-4 is your final.
3-game series, odd number of games. It's always good to get the first one. You got to get one before you get the rest, So it was good to win this one. We got to keep getting more, though.
In Elk Grove, for the SunPower Electric game, I'm Mark Willis, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Garrison reporting here where Monterey Trail will be hosting Laguna Creek in a boys volleyball match. Let's get things cooking with Aiden Wong to Beck Shadbourne with a thunderous kill. Then it's Ryan Lee with an easy ace, 10-7 Mustangs lead. Next it's Mark Lynn to Zach Vang for the point. Boom, bada bang. But the Cardinals answer back with Victor Vu dinging it to Wong, who sets it to Anthony W, who smashes that ball for a point. Then it's Wong to Shadbourne, and Laguna Creek wins the set 26-24. Set 2 now. It's Israel Snow to Joshua Lee to Dylan Marino for the kill. 18-14 Cardinals lead. Next is D. Brown with an ace for the Mustangs. Then Wong sets to Dobie, who skies high for the point, and Cardinals take that set 25-21. Set 3 now. It's Derek Tran to Lack Fun to Vang, who punches that ball in for a point. 8-3 Mustangs lead. But Cardinals tied up at 18 with the Wong to Tyler Nin connection. However, Fun sets it to Brown for the kill, and the Mustangs made sure they took that set 25-22. Set 4 now. Mustangs take the early 1-0 lead with Fun, send it to Brown for the kill. Then back and forth we go on this play until Wong sets to Dobie, who makes that point too hot to handle. Bam! Finally, it's Wong to Shatterborn, but blocked by Drayden Gillett, then saved by Shatterborn back to Wong, who sets to Shipley, but blocked by Alvin Lee, and another save by Shatterborn, and then Wong sends it over the net himself to take the set. 25-14, wild sequence. Laguna Creek wins the match 3-1. Dobie leads the Cardinals with 23 kills.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Gianna Almont from the Oak Ridge High School softball team. Gianna sports a very good 3.9 GPA.
Coming up, it's Galt taking on Leroy Greene.
Then Vista Del Lago and Oak Ridge boys lacrosse. You are watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
The Leroy Greene Lions off to a 2-0 start to the season. Junior Andrew Perry is looking very strong for the Lions. He led the team last year with a .537 average and 28 RBI.
The Lions taking on Galt to start the week. Larry Peruka with 6 hits and 7 at-bats so far this season. Galt looking to go to 3-1 on the year. The game played at Leroy Greene on Monday.
Brian Mueller saying hello from the Natomas area Monday afternoon, where Leroy Greene is hosting Galt, and the Lions Diamond played host to a home run derby. A man on for Mason Tassano. He hits this out to left and gone. The 2-run shot puts the Warriors up in the first. Then the very next batter, Aiden Hall. This ball makes like a tree and leaves the park into a tree. The future Long Beach State dirtbag makes it 3-0. But the Lions return fire in the bottom half of the inning. Eddie Ames smokes this one through the left side, part of a 4-hit game for him. That scores Lamont Buford Jr., and it's 3-1. Bottom 2 now, LGA has him loaded up for a big Drew Perry, and he says, all your base are belong to us. A grand slam for the junior, and just like that, it's 5-3 Lions. Top 3, Hall again at the plate with a runner on. You can see what Long Beach State likes about this guy. He hits this deep to left center and gone, his second of the game, and we're tied at 5. Still tied bottom 4, Perry up with a runner on, and he keeps producing. Laces a single to left, drives in his 5th run of the day to make it 6-5. Then later in the inning, Corey Ramsum guides this to right for a single. Ames scores, and it's 7-5 Leroy Greene. Still in the 4th, Andrew Morales up with 2 on, finds some space in center. That ball is down. 2 more Lions come in to score. It's a 4-run inning, and the Lions have a 9-5 lead. It's 9-6 now in the 5th. Then, oh boy, they're loaded for Perry again. Can he do it again? You bet. This guy's a Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest cheat code. His 2nd grand slam of the game. 4 hits, 9 RBI. It powers the Lions to a run rule win, 16-6 the final.
I feel like I've been locked in at the plate like that before, but I'm not sure about 2 grand slams locked in. I mean, I was seeing the ball really well today, and I guess everyone on the team was.
Time for a stunt match. Coach Jasmine of Ponderosa rooting on her girls, as well as Coach Danielle of 12 Bridges. Here we go. First quarter, partner stunts tied at 2. Going to the last routine of the first quarter. Pondo starts off strong with Audrey Young and Jessa Hampel. Sierra Brown as well, holding it down as Flyers. But 12 Bridges would take the point as Miley Voorhees, Madison Trevara, and Sophia Starbuck and company get the point and lead 3-2. Second quarter, Pondo ties it up at 5 with pyramid and tosses. Routine 2 went Pondo's way thanks to strong bases like Haley Schaefer, Destiny Roberts, Krista Gomez, Abby Gross, Kylie Hammond, Gabby Leah, Ashley Cavender, Bailey Young, and Rose Daughtry. Routine 4 is called and TBHS is up 1. Pondo's Hammond and Roberts nailed the handstand forward roll. So did Callie Wetstein and Kylie Russell. But check out Jordan Turner nails the round off back tuck for the Rhinos, as well as Ari Loeffler, who sticks the back handspring back tuck for Pondo. And the judges were like, so good, it's a tie. Rhinos up 8-7 in the 4th, and that's team routines. Then in the second leg is jumps and tumblings, and that's TB's Victoria Barbara, JoJo Turner, Russell, and then Lily Rodriguez, Sarah Shuri, Truvera, and Sydney Russell scores another point for the Rhinos. And in the third leg, both teams scored a point each, and with 12 Bridges pulling away in the 4th quarter, outscoring the Bruins 7-4. They take the match. 15-11 is your final, and man, that was exciting stuff.
Ian Olson coming to you from El Dorado Hills for the showdown between Oak Ridge and Vista Del Lago. 2 minutes in, Oak Ridge seeks to get on the board. Josh Redinger keeps the game scoreless. After the teams trade goals, Tristan Sackman makes a fadeaway pass to a cutting Zachary Bailiff, who finishes inside for the goal. 2-1 Eagles. On the Trojans' next possession, Nick Antonucci responds by racing around the defense and slinging on the run, tying the game at 2. Later in the quarter, Alex Bales is on the attack. After one spin move, Alex tries another, creating space to bounce it past the keeper and give Oak Ridge its first lead. With the game tied at 3, Redinger starts the second quarter by stopping a shot on goal. Luca Antonucci responds by making a kick save for the Trojans. And the next Oak Ridge possession ends with another Redinger rejection. With 3 seconds left in the first half, Max Voto receives the pass from Alex Grant and shoots over the defender, giving the Eagles a 6-5 halftime lead. Kai Resinger starts the second half strong for the Trojans, lining up, firing, and finding the back of the net. Owen Pettis responds for Vista Del Lago, flipping a pass over the goal to find Jeremy Renshaw, who finishes with a bounce shot. 8-7 Eagles. On the next Oak Ridge possession, Bales takes the pass from Reisinger, spins to beat the defender, and scores to make the game's 5th tie. With a minute left in the third quarter, Max Voda feeds Bailiff inside, and the attacker finishes to reclaim the Eagle lead. A top-shelf goal by Voda to start the final quarter caps a 4-0 Eagle run. Antonucci gets Oak Ridge back on the board with a slashing goal midway through the final quarter, but the Eagle offense continued to execute. Pettis sprints past the defender, cuts inside, and finishes another one of Vista Del Lago's 8 fourth-quarter goals, giving the team an 18-11 win, led by 7 goals from Voda.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.com to order entire game videos.
Follow us on social media for more prep sports content. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube site where you can find all of the highlights aired on the show tonight.
Coming up, we will choose the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week. This could be the Play of the Week, maybe not.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin Section Top 10 Baseball Poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
It is time to announce the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week. The River Cats will be hosting our end of the season awards ceremony for all of our players of the year at Sutter Health Park. That is on May 28th.
Yeah, going to be very fun. We'll list off a few contenders and then announce the winner of the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start off with Rocco Bastinelli from Roseville. Nice diving catch there. Molly McFarland from Pondo gets a nice grab in right field as well. Landon Shute from Oakdale charges, gets the out at home. That's a nice play, but watch this diving stop by Jamison Barnes. He saves the run. Good play there for 12 Bridges, but the play of the week goes to Peyton Budacavalli from Yuba City. He times this dive absolutely perfectly for the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week. That's the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Brownstein. Next week, you'll meet the Lincoln baseball player and his journey to overcome cancer. See you next week.